wet ass.
Hallman drives all the way from Oklahoma to come fish team derbies.
Yeah.
In Texas. Yeah. Tell me who does that? Nobody.
I know somebody's doing it with me. His name's Upshaw.
All right, so you were down here a month ago.
Yep.
Now you're back.
Got $50,000 tournament to start with, so it's not like we're coming down here for no money. I'll take y'all in here and show you the living quarters in Zavala. Zavala Fish Camp.
Zavala.
Zavala. There's the trusty front porch. The grill that doesn't work. Well, it works, but it's got big holes in it. The kitchen. Castledine's room. That bright light he's got in there. The couch. The whiskey. The rock. This is the rock. This is the couch. There's the kitchen. Brent's bed. Cecil's bed. Brent's bed usually kind of turns into Hallman's bed whenever Brent's not here. Gonna take full advantage of that, Brent, if you come all that move to the couch. Bathroom. Never can miss out on a bathroom. Looking good there. Clean towels, washcloths, necessities of life. It's got some ginger ale, a couple of beers, some mustard. We got some ice cream, some of sausages, and we can't forget this guy. He's got quite the history around here. But that's it.
All right, so like, what's your plan? Like, what's in your head about how you're gonna go approach your practice? You got 1 day of practice. Yeah. Like, do you go in deep, shallow? I mean, what are you gonna throw? So
the deal down here is it's summertime. The brush piles, the offshore deals, the deal. I can't come down here in 1 day and find that. I can't. So what I have to do is I have to figure out how to get bit in the morning early, some way or another, where I can find a group of fish in the morning that are feeding heavily and move on. And then after that, I'm going to the bank, flipping stick, frog, pitching the same stuff that I always do, and hopefully catch 1 or 2 really nice fish to finish the day.
What are you gonna flip?
BFE in the grass.
And what kind of what grass? Like the hay grass?
I'll flip it all, dude. I will, but primarily tomorrow I will probably focus on the Hydrilla. But if I run into places that's got good looking hay, it's got walls or whatever, dude, I'll stick it in anything. Because tomorrow is a practice day.
How deep, like when you're flipping that grass, like how deep are you gonna go? Like what are you looking for?
I want anything that's got an edge, anything that's got a good hard edge, anything that has a canopy. So I look at grass mats like an Oklahoma guy with no grass. It is a floating dock. That's what I'm looking for. Something that floats like a dock. So grass mats that are just like a dock. They're a canopy on top but open underneath. That's what I'm looking for. And that can be formed by all kinds of grass. It can be a grass mat. It can be trash mat. It can be hydrilla. It can be hydrilla with, I mean, this place doesn't have floating lilies on it, but that can cause it. I mean, there's lots of things that it could be, but the hay could also be that way also, depending on the lake level here and what the hay's doing. It can also be the peppergrass. Peppergrass can cause that.
I'm really interested to see this practice video. I want to see what he actually does out there. I think y'all might enjoy it. I think you're going to get to see something pretty cool.
I don't know how good it'll be because a lot of them are shake-offs, right? Like, I'm not going to stick anything. Like, let me show you right now. Look, my rod, I've already strung it for tomorrow. My main one I'm going to flip. And there's my bait. It has no hook in it. It's BFE, punch skirt, and no hook. So like, even if a big one hits it, I can't do anything with it. That's it. Nice truck. It's a good looking truck you got there.
Kind of like yours, isn't it?
They're kind of like Twinkies almost.
I'll tell you what, I was thinking about it on the way over here. I already told him this, but let's try to call Wes because we got
I haven't told him yet.
We got 2 good stories.
Ah.
First of all, he's got the COVID.
Wes has the COVID?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Can we get it over the phone?
I don't think so. So, the other day, I'm at the graduation, high school graduation for Willis, and this buddy of ours comes up and he's like, "That Wes, he's your boy. He ain't my boy. I'm done with him. He's a roper. He's a fisherman. Now he's a motorcycle rider." And I said, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, he's bought him 2 motorcycles." I said, "You got to be kidding me." He's like, "No, man, he's got him 2 motorcycles." He's like, "You got to call him and get him to tell you the story." So I call him. I'm like, "Hey, man, what's this I hear about you getting motorcycles?" He's like, "Yeah." He said, "Man, he said, I was at church the other day and the pastor's like, 'Hey, man, you ought to get you a motorcycle and start riding motorcycles with me. We go up to National Forest and we ride motorcycles in the National Forest and all this.'" And he's like, "Man, it sounds like a great idea." He said, "So I went."
Wes, it sounds like a great idea.
Yeah. So he said, "I went and bought me YZ250. And he said, "Man, you know where my shooting range is?" And I said, "Yeah." He said, "I pulled my trailer up there right at the shooting range." And he said, "I backed that sucker off the trailer." And he said, "I popped that sucker, I started it up." And I said, "This ain't gonna be hard. I just have to get used to riding it, you know?" And he
This
said,
is a 2-stroke dirt bike, isn't it?
Yes.
250.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's more than getting used to that.
And he said, "I popped that sucker in first gear and showered down on it." He said, "The next thing I know, I popped all the strands on that barbed wire fence and I'm 20 yards out in the woods."
Yeah.
He said, "I got all the scars to prove it." And he said, "I didn't know that my pastor was a Class A rider." He said, "And so next thing I know, I'm up there in the National Forest with him." And he said, "I'm riding out there and we're riding through the woods." And he said, "I'm in 2nd gear." And he said, "I say, man, I ought to go to 3rd gear." He said, "I popped that sucker in 3rd gear." And he said, "The next thing I know, I'm flipping over a tree." And he said, "I'm going over the tops of trees." And he said, "Man, I landed and hit this tree, a little tree on the ground. I'm thinking, where's that motorcycle?" And he said, "No more than I think that." And it landed on me. Now I broke 3 ribs and an ankle. He said, "So I had a motorcycle for all the week and I busted all the strands on the barbed wire fence, ended up 25 yards out in the woods and broke 3 ribs and an ankle."
YZ250.
He said, "I traded that thing on a jet ski today."
That was one right there. Good bite right there. Right on the end point. So honestly, it's been a kind of a short day with flipping wise because of the weather. It was cloudy, overcast all morning, and I really haven't had much of an opportunity to flip. I need to be able to see the grass with my eyes. I can do quite a bit of it with my graph, but I really prefer to be able to see it with my eyes when I'm flipping, so I like it to be sunny and kind of slick. But that hasn't been the case this morning. So just now, I mean, it's 12:30, so it's noon, and the sun's really just now getting out to where I can really start flipping. So, guys, just kind of hang on. That was my second bite I've had, but that was a really good bite right there. So we'll see how many bites we can get. Fishing ain't no good in your lake, you need some of this. This right here is what you need. Hydrilla grows grow-rillas. Grow-rilla. That's the deal. bite was not what it was supposed to be. I eventually had to put that rod down. I got a few bites on it, a couple, one of them I showed you, I think, but it wasn't that great for me to do. The grass is just not mature enough. It's just not. There's just a few places that it's really tall enough and got that line that I'm looking for where it's, you need an edge, you know what I mean? You can't just have that scattered grass everywhere. Right now, that's what it is. It's all just scattered. But as it grows, it gets taller, there'll be more of that stuff that's got that real hard outside edge. Something with an edge somewhere. And right now, it's just the backs of the ditches. I had a few bites and a couple of them, it wasn't anything spectacular. So tomorrow, we're going to go swim a jig, throw a crankbait some, throw a top water a little bit, spinnerbait and chatterbait. But we're just going to go cover some more.
All right, so today was did it go like you thought it was going to go? Like, did you go out there and go, man, what you had in mind last night, did it play out today?
Well, I told you last night that I was going to flip from beginning of the day to the end of the day. That's what I told you. And you said, well, what if it gets slow? Are you going to do something else? And I said, nope, I'm going to flip. And you kind of smiled and you were like, hey, good, man. You wanted to see it. But what happened was I got out there this morning and we went out at, 5:30 this morning. We were on the water by 6. That's when the sun comes up and when our takeoff's going to be. But you wanted to run some stuff, obviously just fishing in the morning at 6 a.m. that wouldn't be flipping. And I really just kind of wanted the sun to come out, so I could see the grass and see the edges of the grass and the grass lines and the holes in it. Freaking sun didn't come out till 12:30, something like that. I did go back into place and I did flip and I did get some bites. I had a couple of bites in there, but man, it really wasn't anything great. I got the bites on the video. So at 12:30, I went back into place and started flipping where I could see when the sun came out and started flipping the BFE in the grass. And I got some bites back there, but it was just a couple. They didn't even really feel that great. One of the bites did feel okay, but man, you know, like I said, like I showed you guys last night, I didn't even have a hook on it. And really what's happened right now is the grass just is not mature enough yet. It's not tall enough. There's very few places that it is. It's kind of the back ends of things where and what I mean by that flipping grass is like, you don't go flip a big giant taper of grass that comes way out here on a flat, you know, it just goes and goes and goes. You want something that's like that taper comes way out there and then somewhere in this taper, the creek channel comes in and then bumps right here. Well, where it bumps, it tightens that grass up and makes it grow on a wall and gives you an edge. And that edge is what I want to flip. And right now with the water level being what it is and the grass just being mid-June, it's just not there yet. And the few places that are in the backs of creeks and stuff. And there's guys in there flipping it. They know the same thing I know. I've noticed that everyone that I ran the back of had somebody back there with a flipping stick in their hand. And it's just real small stretches. And it's just not really what I want to do. So I had to change some things up. And like I say, even with the fact that it did not get sunny until 12:30, I had already figured out another way to get a bite with swim jig in my hand. So tomorrow is going to be just to mix it up. I'm going to throw a swim jig and chatterbait around. And it's going to be pretty much a jump fishing day for us. I'm not going to flip. I'll have a couple places that I got bit today that I'll probably go back and put the BFE in. But other than that, today was not the same day.
Are y'all going deep tomorrow at all?
I'm sure we'll run a couple of piles, probably hit a couple of points. But for the most part, we're going to stay shallow, I believe.
In the grass, the hydrilla.
Yeah. Yeah, I got a swim jig that I got bit pretty good with today. The problem is the size. A 4-pounder is the biggest fish I saw. And, you know, but I'm getting bit on it pretty good. So.
Awesome.
Keep it up. We out.